Peace to the divine family. Is your humble guest and current resident, Crip Jesus, the Blue God, also known as King El Allah. You are now watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
You're watching Crumb TV.
This is Prema Asset in Los Angeles, Leimert Park, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
You are watching Crumb TV.
We're watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV. So subscribe.
I am the Grand Sheikess, Unity Temple number 80, More Science Temple of America, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Yo, this is that kid 179. You're now watching Crumb TV.
Crumb TV.
Peace to Unity Temple number 80, Grand Sheikah Cynthia Smith L. and Brother Morgan L. Don Salam. You already know what the science is, God. And I'm not going to waste no time with you today. We're not even going to do no first to show up, go up, and none of that. We're getting straight to the Tribe of Naga. The Tribe of Naga. Yeah. Bet y'all didn't know that. Oh, yeah, and you can still get your virtual tickets to the Juneteenth retreat from June 16th to June 18th. Crumbtv presents the Juneteenth retreat. The Minister of Information will be in Florida bringing the heat. Oh, yeah, that's heat on top of heat. And with that being said, I'm going to waste no time bringing to you what I promised you. The Tribe of Naga. Well, first of all, you're looking at the Tribe of Naga. I don't know how many of y'all watch No Jumper, but for y'all that do, that see me on there, T-Rail left No Jumper because of the racism and the weird stuff he was doing. And right before he left, he did an interview with me. We did an interview with my homie, but I came in right at the end. And he asked me about Kanye West and Kyrie Irving and, you know, are we the tribe in the Bible and the Jews and all that? And I said, man, I don't got to come with all that. That's for people that don't know who they is. They got to say stuff like that. I know who and what I am. I'm a nigga. I'm from the Tribe of Nagas. They started laughing. I said, no, for real. So I had to let them know. Feel me? Now, I know a lot of y'all in here saying, here he go, always with the rap music. He's sliding on people, mama. No, I said big slime. To slime somebody is to use your mental powers to overpower them. It's not a violent thing. It's like you snaked them, like we tricked them, we fooled them. See, what you gotta understand is, oh yeah, and tap in. Shout out to the guy. I hope you're watching. Represent Los Angeles, Leimert Park. Tap in for your hats. But anyway, the point of the song is to expose you to the Naga tribe. It's called Big Slime because it's that same metaphor of using your mind, but also related to the serpent, because over all the things that the original man had to dominate, the serpent was the one thing that he had to dominate, that he could not use any force whatsoever. You can't just, you know what I mean? You got to have a relationship with the serpents and be sly with them. You know, the snake whisperer dude, charmer dude is the best. So, to understand the Naga tribe, let me take you a little deeper. All right.
Happiness through curiosity on the Ranveer Show. Welcome to TRS Clips. All right, Dr. Prabhakar, it's time for the meat of the podcast. What do you think we're going to talk about?
I have no clue.
We're going to talk about another form of aliens. There is a conspiracy theory from all over the world which talks about a reptilian race that lives along with us. The weird thing is, in ancient India, we also have a theory like that. It's the Naga theory. The Nagas, the Naga
Yes.
people. What is the Naga theory, sir? Like, I think there's a mention of them in the Mahabharata as well. Like, they saved Bhim's life when he was a child. That's all I remember. But the Nagas keep coming up in ancient Indian culture. So what does the world of archaeology say about this? Or are they depicted on temple walls?
Yes. When you see the depiction of a snake, and if you would see most of the temples, we have one way or the other the depiction of snakes everywhere. So we have to understand that it's an ideology which is behind it. So we have a whole philosophy, again, matriarchal in its origin. And they again, and there are so many stories, even in Africa for that matter, or even in India about
Even they have their version of Nagas.
yes,
Okay.
because it's something which permeates or which really percolates through the domain, coming on to India and then going on to China. So this is a tribe which was very strongly intertwined with nature, that's for sure. They also understood the cycle of life. They also understood the cycle of mind.
Okay.
How it grows as a human being, how and it is depicted in different phases. So they understood different philosophy. It was a very deep, it had a very deeper base, if you could call it that. And it also gave power to women, as I said before. So whether it is decision making or whether it's property, most of it or many of it, which you would still see in societies in Kerala, Karnataka, many places. So again, like you would see vibrations and going across to China, where, I mean, if you would see some feats which are done by women, you would see, is this a woman really so strong? Like here, I mean, we have a depiction, again, it's a societal depiction of a woman being coy, not very strong physically. I mean, is this really a woman, as in physically, even physically strong, like, apart from the mental aspect of it, the physically strong aspect of it. This is something which is like highlighted, and it reverberates again and again.
But do you think that it was actually maybe dinosaurs that evolved into like this slightly advanced race?
Again, the reptilian part of it, crocodiles also like are, again, we have a thing with crocodiles, whether it's, Vishnu saving the elephant from the crocodile, or even, there are different tales about crocodiles which keep propping up here and there. Now, it could be just one-off, stories, but it could also be saying a story about something else. Now, crocodiles, again, scientifically looking at it, it's one of the older beings.
It's the only dinosaur that still exists.
Put it straight. So again, if you're looking at it that way, so now the reptiles, like they are all coming together in this. They are echoed more in this tribe. So could it have been that it is carrying a message from before of something which existed and which doesn't exist now?
What do the stories say? I think you said something at the balcony that there are legends that they were kind of driven away, or they left human culture or something like that.
Yes. Now, stories which have a very strong matriarchal or a maternal influence. Now, I would touch a little with, I go on to Christianity a little bit, wherein the stories of Mary Magdalene were, you might say, maybe it never existed. Maybe it's not the truth. But Mary Magdalene, though we give her importance, the importance is just like, Jesus is, a person who Jesus knew. Like, but her place in the different Bibles available, she had more power to it. She had more influence. She was a healer. She was a seeker. So, wherein she is labeled a prostitute and shelved, so that the primary hero still remains.
Thank you for watching this clip. If you want to learn more about this topic, we've curated a playlist just for you, and here's a link to the whole episode.
Now, what I caught out of there right off top is when he said the Nagas in Africa. Oh yeah, it's Nagas over here in America too, nigga. Stop playing with us, man. Why they be fronting like they don't know what's going on? Like they don't know who and what the gods is. So if we want to just get it direct, before we even get into this breakdown with the little PowerPoint and all that, can you please go to your blue Bible? If you don't got one, you need to get one. Stop playing with yourself. Blue Bible, page 26. Okay?
Now you got a motherfucker born in their own native land and don't got nothing coming to them. You born in debt. They call it money. You born in debt. You need money to get, you get what I'm saying? You're not born in a world where, okay, you got land, this and that and other, but no one can even imagine it now, but once upon a time everybody was rich. Right. Everybody was born into a nation.
So, in the Blue Bible, chapter 4, on page 26, the first paragraph, it breaks down how you get the Nagas tribe that begins over there in the root of civilization in the area known as Yemen. Here you go. It's the Blue Bible for you, in case you haven't seen it. Area known as Yemen. You feel what I'm saying? The area known as East Africa, Ethiopia. It's that horn right there. And this is before the Red Sea was even the size it is now. So they were connected at this point in time. So for thousands of years, writers have attempted to erase us out of history. They claim we were wiped off the face of the earth in a natural disaster known as the flood. According to the teachings of Wallace Fard Muhammad, this global flood took place 35,000 years ago. It drove the original people of Arabia into Far East Asia, where their leader Buddha taught Buddhism. That's deep right there. Okay. Now, in the midst of the cataclysm, the planet divided into two pieces, i.e. the East, Africa, Asia, Europe, and the West, the Americas. It is written that the West fell to the bottom of the ocean, taking the niggas, giants, which is the giants, Amazons, and Cyclops, with it. So you see, they made us fictions and said, oh yeah, all those ancient dinosaur alien people fell to the bottom of the water. See how they do us, y'all? Just that simple. Wipe you right out of history by writing a new history. The trick is to make you read that. That's why they created the Board of Education and forced it down our throats in 54. Then they made all the truancy laws and all that in the 70s and started going to people's house saying, if you don't let us indoctrinate your kids, you're going to jail. Just like they're trying to do now with the weird stuff. You already know what's going on. The lost civilizations of the West, South America, under the ocean are called Atlantis. The Caribbean Isles are what is left of Atlantis. The continents around them are called America. The etymology of America is Al-Maraka, which means the land of Moors. We are the people of Atlantis. The lost civilizations of the Indian Ocean are called Kumari Kandam. Europe scholars call them Lemuria, which means the Moorland. No different, the lost civilizations of the Pacific Ocean are called the island of Mu. The word Moor is Latin from Mu. Okay? But we ain't done with the Nagas of Asia. Hold on. Go to page 28. And you see right there, the second paragraph, it says the Nagas of Asia have monuments and buildings dedicated to them all throughout South Asia and East Asia. They are the blue gods we see in Hindu culture. When the United States dropped its atomic bombs on Japan, it focused on the city of Nagasaki because that was an ancient Naga capital. Ooh. Man, y'all better get y'all blue Bible. Hold on. This shit is crazy. Okay. Is y'all ready for this? Page 31. A perfect example of an Asiatic people in mythology is the Naga tribe of the Naga kingdom in India. That's what they were just talking about, the video we were just watching. Naga means serpent, and the symbol of dragons and snakes is popular amongst all Asiatic royalty, from the Aztecs in Mexico to the Shang dynasty in China. Remember, he said they went from Africa to India up to China, but he didn't mention that they came from Mexico. Come on, bro. Because, and I'm not saying it like how y'all think now, like the West first. When it was all connected, you see Mexico goes right there where West Africa is. Come on, man. Stop rushing your knowledge. Let the blue guy teach you. Hold on. What is that in the background? Oh, for y'all that don't know, go watch that. Adam 22 is the devil. Yeah, for y'all that ain't watched it yet, go check that out. That's heat right there. Okay. But anyway. So, when you think of the gods in Asia, and most people know about the Naga Buddha, they think they so smart. I'm about to break this down for y'all. What is Buddha the god of? The religion's founder, Buddha, is considered an extraordinary being, but not a god. He is not one of the blue gods. The word Buddha means enlightened. The path to enlightenment is attained by utilizing morality, meditation, and wisdom. Buddhists often meditate because they believe it helps awaken the truth. Generally, Buddhists do not consider Siddhartha Gautama to have been the only Buddha. The Pali Canon refers to Gautama Buddha at least once as the 28th Buddha. A common Buddhist belief is that the next Buddha will be the one named Maitreya. Okay. This is called the Naga Buddha. You see that right there with the serpent? And he always got 7 serpents around him on his head. Oh yeah, I'm giving y'all the real knowledge now. The 7, see the V is how we say it because we're on the West and we're dealing with Latin. When you bring that word back over, the V and the B become interchangeable when you're going back and forth between the English and the Spanish when you're crossing the Atlantic Ocean. So the 7 is really, over there is going to be Saba. So that's how you get Sabato for Saturday, which is the 7th day. That's why you got Sabbath for the 7th day on Saturday. That's why you got Saba for the ancient name of Yemen, because that's what the tribe was back then. Come on, man. But they also got 7 serpents. Seraphim. Yes, that's us, the fire tribe. What does the Buddha statue with the snake mean? Mukalinda, Muchalinda, or Musalinda is the name of a Naga, a snake-like being who protected the Gautama Buddha from the elements after his enlightenment. Come on, man. The Musalinda, look at that. Look at that, y'all. It's the name of a Naga, a snake-like being who protected the Gautama Buddha from the elements after his enlightenment. It is said that 6 weeks after Gautama Buddha began meditating under the Bodhi tree, the heavens darkened for 7 days, and a prodigious rain descended. However, the mighty king of serpents, Musalinda, came from behind the earth and protected with his hood the one who is the source of all protection. When the great storm had cleared, the serpent king assumed his human form, bowed before the Buddha, and returned in joy to his palace. Ooh, hold on. See how we always the angels and messengers and all that? The Nagas. But they don't let you hear that word in the West. They take that all out the Bible. See, when it says the serpent went to teach Eve in the garden, it really was the Naga. I'm the one in the garden that made Eve eat the apple. Get it now? Just like Jesus and Muhammad, Siddhartha Gautama taught his people the ways of their ancestors. Them ancestors being the Nagas. That's in Sanskrit, that means serpent. Yes, in Asia, in Buddhism and Jainism, in Hinduism, a member of a class of mythical, semi-divine beings, half human and half cobra. They are a strong, handsome species who can assume either wholly human or wholly serpentine form, and are potentially dangerous but often beneficial to humans. They live in an underground kingdom called Naga Loka and another Loka. Hold on, we got an underground hood called Naga Loka. Damn. The gods of Hinduism were a race of gods called Nagas. Y'all see Vishnu right there sitting there? He got his blood in his hand. He got his females around him. He got a nigga behind him looking like Baphomet. How old is Hinduism? Because the Naga tribe, I'm saying that the gods of Hinduism were a race of gods. So I'm not saying that the gods in Hinduism or the Naga tribe is only 4,000 years old. I'm saying that Hinduism is only 4,000 years old, and the motherfuckers they praising in there is the Nagas. So they older than that. Contents: Hinduism, the world's oldest religion, according to many scholars, with roots and customs dating back more than 4,000 years. Today, with about 900 million followers, Hinduism is the third largest religion behind Christianity and Islam. Roughly 95% of the world's Hindus live in India. Check this out. India written in Egyptian is Hindu. The words Hindu, Persian, and Hind Persian came from the Indo-Aryan Sanskrit Sindhu, the Indus River or its region. The Persian Emperor Darius I conquered the Indus Valley in about 516 BCE, upon which the Persian equivalent of Sindhu, right there, see it written in Egypt. You know the guy gonna bring it to you. So that name came from them, from the Persians conquering it. That's what they called it. Hebrew, it's called Hodu, is the biblical Hebrew name for India mentioned in the book of Esther, part of the Jewish Tanakh and Christian Old Testament. In Esther chapter 1, verse 1 and chapter 8, verse 9, Ahasuerus had been described as king ruling 127 provinces from Hodu to Ethiopia, Hodu being India. The term seemingly derives from the Sanskrit Sindhu, great river, i.e. the Indus River, via Old Persian Hindu. It is thus cognate with the term India. Okay. But this is what it became named in Islam, Hindustan. In Middle Persian, you see that the Hind. In Middle Persian, probably from the 1st century, the suffix stan was added, indicative of a country or region forming the name Hindustan. Thus, Sind was referred to as Hindustan in the Naqsh-e-Rustam inscription of the Sassanid emperor Shapur. All right. So now we're going to get into the ancient names of what the Nagas called it back in the day. Just in case y'all forgot, let me remind y'all who the Nagas are. Now we must return to the Blue Bible to fully decode what is being relayed here for those who may not understand. Don't play. Tap in. CripJesus.com. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. Get your copy. Because I bet you they're going to start trying to ban me pretty soon. So you're going to just come straight to the website. When they find out I'm selling y'all the truth, they're going to be like, oh, this nigga done pulled it off again. We banned him from everything already. He's doing it again. Shout out to Crumbtv. Now, on page 25 of the Blue Bible is simply explained why those two brothers right there couldn't understand it, talking about myths and aliens and all that. And crocodiles and elephants and all this stuff. According to Crip Jesus himself, written by, I ain't gonna go that deep. If you want to know who this book was written by, go to page 118. And I'll give you the full mystery. Anyway, back to page 25. Niggas were the first people to live on planet Earth. We are the ancestors of the Africans. Today we are known as African Americans. However, niggas were civilized and developed long before the continents of Africa and America existed. The ancestors of today's niggas wouldn't even recognize this world we live in. When the first niggas lived, the lands were one big island called Asia. What we now call North America, Canada, US, Mexico, was the far west. In Arabic, the far west is Al-Aqsa. This became Alaska in translation. In the Bible, this region was named the Garden. Those of us indigenous to the land are the serpent, Naga, that taught Eve in the book of Genesis. Just like reptiles came from dinosaurs, humans came from niggas. We were larger in size and stronger in strength millions of years ago. Our diets were different, so our appearance and mentalities were different. Our limbs were longer, and some of our hands and feet possessed 6 digits instead of 5. To be honest, having a 6th finger is still common in my family today, millions of years later. We are the ones the Bible named giants. Come on, man. The blue guys, I told you I wasn't here to play with you. Now, what you gotta understand is, in that form of Nagas, don't get stuck over there saying, oh, so we came from America. No, we're talking about millions of years ago, bro. So now, go to page 31. Just understand this knowledge. Now, when everything divided, the waters of the ocean tossed everywhere during the explosion, causing many floods. After they all settled, the tribe of Shabazz sailed by boat to Yemen, Sabah, where they established the root of civilization. In the Bible, the tribe of Shabazz is called Sheba. In the Quran, they are Saba. In Farsi, Persian, they are Shahbaz. In Ethiopia, they are the Habisha, with the nationality Abyssinian. In history, their empires were Kush, Nubia, and Aksum. The name Nubia means land of gold. The tribe of Shabazz is Nubian. They are not African. They are Asiatic. This means they have been on this planet since it was one big island named Al-Asia, Al-Asia. That is where the name Asia was derived from. A perfect example of an Asiatic people are the San people, who spread from Africa to Australia, China, India, and the Philippines, where the natives are Moors named Bangsamoro. An example of an Asiatic people in mythology is the Naga tribe of the Naga kingdom in India. Naga means serpent, and the symbol of dragons and snakes is popular amongst all Asiatic royalty, from the Aztecs in Mexico to the Shang dynasty in China. Now, in those days, these were the names that we called it. Not India, that's a British word. That's why they called us over here Indians. They gave all of us that they captured that name. They gave all the niggas that name. Jambudvipa, Sanskrit, Romanized Jambu Divipa, literally the Berry Island. We used to call it the Berry Island. It was used in ancient scriptures as a name of India before Bharata became the official name. The derivative Jambu Daripa was the historical term for India in many Southeast Asian countries, where the introduction of the English word India before the introduction of the Indian word part itself. Now, let's talk about this Naga kingdom. Let's go real deep. The Naga kingdom refers to the territory of a tribe called Nagas, who were a group of hardy and warlike people spread throughout India during the far ancient history. They were also considered as one of the supernatural races like the Kinnaras and the Yakshas. There are many territories and cities known to be Naga clan adobes. Pate, Aravada, Takshashia, Nagpur, Anatanak, Anatapir, Theriavantarapuram, etc. are some of them. Also, excerpts in archaeological monuments are seen worldwide in ancient Roman, Egyptian, and Thai empires, which says that the Naga dynasty, known as Nir, Nagar, Nakir, Nakar, Nagar, etc., was spread in the entire world, two regions known as, it just keeps going and going on. The word Naga in the Sanskrit language means snake or serpent. It seems likely that the Naga people were a serpent worshipping group who were later described as serpents themselves in ancient Indian literature. What is a Negus in Ethiopia? What does the name Negus mean? King. Negus is a noun derived from the Ethiopian Semitic word Negus, meaning to reign. The title has been subsequently been used to translate the word king or emperor in biblical or other literature. Stop playing with this. Oh, we know what the Nagas is. When you got the serpent all right here on the little Egyptian joint, and they trying to be, they was, they was some, they had dinosaurs and shit. Nah, bro. Shout out to all my Mexican homies. As it says in the Blue Bible, they are Nagas too. And shout out to the Chinese homies. As it says in the Blue Bible, they are Nagas as well. The Shang dynasty, from the Aztecs to the Shangs. Don't forget Peru as well. That's all in the Blue Bible. Them all Naga kingdoms. But let's get back to this one in Asia. Okay, we got the brother here, Fiesa, literally the compiler. Veda Vyasa, the one who classified the Vedas, is a revered sage portrayed in most Hindu traditions. He is traditionally regarded as the author of the epic Mahabharata. This is the ancient book of the Naga tribe. Was y'all ready for that? Was y'all ready for that? Come on, man. That's what you gotta understand. Back in these times, it wasn't, you didn't have to work for nobody else. Everybody worked for their tribe, their nation. We competed amongst nations. I'm not saying everything was, all nicey nice, but if you don't want to compete, if you don't want to get out here and try to make it on your own, what are you gonna do? So we're gonna sit back for the rest of our kids' lives and their kids' life and their kids' life. Forget all these stupid ideologies they teach you in hip hop. You can't take it with you. Yes, you can. That is the whole point of being alive right now, to take it with you. If I die right now, I'm taking a lot with me. You know how powerful I am, how powerful I made myself, and you can do it too. Make your name great. You don't gotta rap and sing and all that. Make your name great. I don't come up here to rap and sing. I know y'all see me doing the songs and all that, but this is all for the message. I'm not doing no bunch of views. I mean, y'all could, run my music up, getting some more views, but I come up here for this, man. Oh, that ain't no coincidence. I see my mom obituary as soon as I come on, man. And she'd be so happy I wrote this blue Bible, she'd go crazy. So why don't y'all get an extra copy when you tap in with me for mom? But look, I'm up here because I made it out the prison system to do stuff like this, man. You can be what we up here talking about. You don't got to talk metaphors and talk about quoting the Bible all day. These things are real. That's why I bring y'all these real tribes. I ain't quoted a goddamn Bible verse yet. And I see every time we talk about something about the Bible, it gets way more views. That's what y'all want to hear, right? Is y'all ready for these real tribes? Because with this type of information I'm giving y'all, you can go straight to the court. You can get your blue chips up, your crypto currency. You feel what I'm saying? So pay attention, y'all, because I'm about to show y'all how we do this. Why you need to understand the different tribes, the different books, and the different teachings that go with them. The Kibra Nagas. This is why we got to stop being scared of this word, nigga and nigger. It's a lot of land and a lot of legacy that comes with this. We're talking about Ethiopia, India. We're talking about tribes of people that we're not tapping in with. We're talking about thousands and thousands of years of history that you could be led to if you study the Blue Bible. Don't read the Blue Bible, study the Blue Bible. Study the Blue Bible. Each paragraph is full of knowledge. Let's go back, homie. Let's go back to the Blue Bible. Page 24, the third paragraph. Kibra Nagas is another one of our ancient books, if you understand, if you want to know why I got so excited. Kibra Nagas is an ancient book. It's actually named Nagas. See, Mahabharata is not named Nagas. It talks about the Nagas all through it. But the actual name, Nagas, Kibra Nagas, the book of the niggas, book of the kings. That word means kings in East Africa. That's our book in East Africa right there. That's our holy book. And it's 3,000 years old. It's before the Bible. What the fuck? I think it's before the what? It's before the Quran. I read it in prison. Get your blue Bible. You can see how I read it in prison, what it's really talking about. You don't even got to read it. If you read the blue Bible, you already get the breakdown. Page 24, Wisdom Culture. Get your copy, man. Last paragraph. According to the school system, the term nigger is a curse word created by slave masters. According to the science of etymology, nigga, nigger, and naga are all the same word in different dialects. All of them derive from nigas, a royal title equivalent to the king in East Africa. Its root is naga, which means serpent, as in the serpent people of Asia. Come on, y'all. What y'all thought was in there talking about, man? And from there, we get to talking about the land and all that, how you can really break it down and get yours. The Kibra Nagas are the glory of the kings. So Kibra being glory, Nagas being kings, is a 14th century national epic from Ethiopia, written in Ge'ez by Nibur Id Ishak of Aksum by the office of Abuna Abba Georgis, and at the command of the governor of Inderta Yaibika Igzi. The text in its existing form is at least 700 years old, and although clearly legendary, is considered by many Ethiopian Christians to be a historically reliable work. It is considered to hold the genealogy of the Solomonic dynasty, which followed the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Oh, let Crip Jesus come here real quick. 700 years old, they wish. No, that translation is 700 years old. Okay? That thing 3,000 years old, that part. I haven't seen them out there with the dusty books. That's their flag right there. The Lion of the Tribe of Judah. Y'all thought the Lion of the Tribe of Judah was going to be some white guy on a lion flying out the sky? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Not at all. It's you. It's us. That's the mane. That's the lion mane right there. The lions of the tribe of Judah with the 9 ether hair. And that is your revelation from only Crip Jesus himself.
Oh my God, it's so cozy.
So, for those that think I'm just trying to be on some black people feel good stuff, like, oh yeah, you know, the Nagas and the hair and the mane, and no. About to show you right now. 4C hair is what they call it, right? It is literally to 4C. Is the hair of the prophets. The term nappy, equivalent to Nabi in Arabic, prophet. And the Nabian people, the prophet people, the Nubian. What is 4C hair, according to the scientific, racial concept? The 4C hair type is characterized by tight Z pattern coils with about 75% shrinkage compared to the length of the hair strand. The Z pattern can be difficult to distinguish because the coil is tight and dense. Nubia, East Africa, Nubia being Sudan, Ethiopia, India. I've led y'all to so many lands, man. Y'all gotta understand. You don't gotta ask for it back. You gotta go make those calls, establish those relationships. Take it
now
back.
You got motherfucker born in their own native land and don't got nothing coming to them. You born in debt. They call it money. You born in debt. You need money to get, you get what I'm saying? You're not born in a world where, okay, you got land, this and that and other, but no one can even imagine it now, but once upon a time you were, everybody was rich. Right. Everybody was born into a nation.
So now I'm going to take you even deeper. This is why the Blue Bible must be studied and not just read. The name Hindu, from Buddha to Sikh. The name Hinduism is based on the name Hindustan. The Hindu people are the people taught and civilized by the original Buddha and all of his successors. They are known by names including Elam, Dravidian, and Brahmin. 4,000 years ago, the devils interrupted their Buddhism with Aryanism. The Aryans conquered the Hindustan people and created Hinduism. For this reason, the guru, Siddhartha Gautama, had to resurrect the ways of the Naga in India 600 years before the birth of Jesus. Then 2,000 years after Siddhartha, the guru Gobind Singh freed the Hindu people from physical and mental bondage again. The 10th guru of the Sikhs, Guru Gobind Singh, introduced Kaur and Singh when he administered Amrit to both male and female Sikhs. All female Sikhs were asked to use the name Kaur after their forename, and male Sikhs were to use the name Singh. The adoption of Kaur and Singh as religious surnames was also intended to reduce caste-based prejudice. So just like when in the NOI when they made them put the X's on their name. Because they saying, look, if you got this type of name with this type of skin, you're automatically cast out. But if you got this type of skin, you got this type of name, you're in. Because they weren't, see, this is the thing. They had done away with the, once the Moorish Science Temple signed that deal in 1933, the House Resolution, and they said they're going to use the names to Americanize the people and all of that. They were like, nah. So we're not going with the Moroccan thing anymore, especially after the new Moroccan kingdom came in the 50s. So they were just going with connect yourself to the Nation of Islam. They didn't mean that as in NOI is just us. They meant literally the Nation of Islam. Your nationality will be Islam now. You'll be connected to the Sunni, the Shia, the Ishmaeli, the Sufi, you know what I mean? All of that. That's all you. Because familial last names often signal a person's caste status, or for women who adopted their spouse's surname, the caste of their spouse, substituting Kaur and Singh allowed Sikhs to implement the Sikh religion's rejection of the caste system. What is the difference between a Sikh and a Hindu? Well, on a religious level, according to Hinduism, the soul is immortal. The souls are reborn to another being as their karma and all that. Sikhs don't do that. Sikhs believe that heaven and hell are both in this world right now, and everyone reaps the fruit of karma. They refer to good and evil stages of life, respectively, and can be lived now and here during our life on earth. So the Sikhs is like how the 5%ers is. So after there was a Sikh Holocaust that they don't talk to you about, and it was done by the Afghan forces, then you had families started sending their first child in the Khalsa Fauj, hence their firstborn child became a Sikh. So a lot of the Hindus became Sikhs that way because of the Holocaust when the Afghans and the Muslims was in there tearing them up. Sikhism is a dharmic or Indian religion and philosophy that originated in the Western Himalayan and sub-Himalayan Punjab region of the Indian subcontinent, the Punjabis. Around the end of the 15th century CE, it is most recently founded major organized faith and stands at fifth largest worldwide, with about 25 million adherents known as Sikhs as of the early 21st century. So right here you have Guru Tegh Bahadur, who sacrificed his life against Islamic atrocities and called as Hind di Chadar, is not in our textbook. Aurangzeb, the man who beheaded him publicly for not accepting Islam, is in their textbook. Wow. Isn't it a crime on their part who write the fake history? Shame on us. So they're going through the same thing we're going on. It's niggas all around the world. That's why I showed y'all this. Don't feel like you alone, nigga. Connect with your other niggas, nigga. It's niggas in Ethiopia. It's niggas in Sudan. It's niggas in India. And they all waiting to connect with all of us niggas. Niggas, niggas. That's a revelation right there. So within the nation of Punjabi is an example for us niggas here. They didn't go to war. They didn't do none of that. They nationalized themselves through unity and through one solid identity. Just like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did with the name Shabazz. And just like I'm telling everybody to do with the name Allah. Or your own honorable name, like Allah the Father told us to do. Make your name honorable. Like I teach y'all, connect with your brothers in Ireland and Portugal and all that. Don't be scared. Singh. To form a single Sikh family, they have all acquired the Sikh names Singh, which means lion for man, and Kaur, which is princess for women. Sikhism is the youngest traditional Indian religion. Princesses and lions. Why are all Sikhs named Singh and Kaur? What is that? It's hard for me to tell what their website is. TheCollector.com. Sikhism is the world's fifth largest religion, with 25 to 30 million adherents around the globe. Sikhs in America retrieved 28 March 2023. There are nearly 30 million Sikhs around the world today, and a vast majority of them live in the Indian state of Punjab. So they freed themselves by calling themselves the Lions. Why lion? Why lion? Because just like the serpents, it's one of the ancient tribes. But see, the serpent tribe has already been banned from existence. That's the one I resurrected. And they're mad about it. We're going to see how far it goes. The Blue Bible's going to just started. But they already resurrected the lion tribe, one of the first royal tribes, the Shabazz. Told y'all. See, by making their name the same and by grouping up in one area, it makes the land theirs. You don't got to fight. Just connect. Stop being scared of each other. Booyah. Does not the lion tribe go all the way back to the Prophet Ali, peace and blessings upon him himself? He's called the Lion of Allah. Initially, a title was first given to, who is that? Al-Mutalib, Muhammad's uncle. After the Battle of the Trench, when Ali defeated Amir ibn Abd-al-Ud, Muhammad reportedly gave Ali the name Asulullah, Lion of God, and praised him, saying Ali's strike on Amir ibn Abd-al-Ud is greater than the worship of both mankind and jinn until the day of judgment. Oh my God. See, Ethiopia is Abyssinia in Arabic, from Habisha, which is Sheba in English. The real Buddha. Stop playing with us. And now you see why they called it Buddha, the weed, because it was the Naga smoking it. And why they called it Kush, because that was one of their first kingdoms, like it says in the what's that Blue Bible? What's that page, man? Let me get this for y'all. I don't want to say nothing incorrect. Yeah, page Understanding Knowledge, 31. Talks about how one of the first ones was Kush. And then from there, they took it down and started smoking in Asia. They became known as Buddha. We react like the God. Niggas packs. Stop playing with us, man. For real. But for those that came in later that want to get understanding, this is what they say about it down in India.
Happiness through curiosity on the Ranveer Show. Welcome to TRS Clips. All right, Dr. Prabhakar, it's time for the meat of the podcast. What do you think we're going to talk about?
I have no clue.
We're going to talk about another form of aliens. There is a conspiracy theory from all over the world which talks about a reptilian race that lives along with us. The weird thing is, in ancient India, we also have a theory like that. It's the Naga theory. The Nagas, the Naga
Yes.
people. What is the Naga theory, sir? Like, I think there's a mention of them in the Mahabharata as well. Like, they saved Bhim's life when he was a child. That's all I remember. But the Nagas keep coming up in ancient Indian culture. So what does the world of archaeology say about this? Or are they depicted on temple walls?
Yes. When you see the depiction of a snake, and if you would see most of the temples, we have one way or the other the depiction of snakes everywhere. So we have to understand that it's an ideology which is behind it. So we have a whole philosophy, again, matriarchal in its origin. And they again, and there are so many stories, even in Africa for that matter, or, even in India about...
Even they have their version of Nagas.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's something which permeates or which really percolates through the domain, coming on to, India and then going on to China. So this is a tribe which was very strongly intertwined with nature, that's for sure. They also understood the cycle of life. They also understood the cycle of mind.
Okay.
How it grows as a human being, how, and it is depicted in different phases. So they understood different philosophy. It was a very deep, it had a very deeper base, if you could call it that. And it also gave power to women, as I said before. So whether it is decision making or whether it's property, most of it or many of it, which you would still see in societies in Kerala, Karnataka, many places. So again, you would see vibrations and going across to China, where, if you would see some feats which are done by women, you would see, is this a woman really so strong? Like here, we have a depiction, again, it's a societal depiction of a woman being coy, not very strong physically. Is this really a woman, as in even physically strong? Apart from the mental aspect of it, the physically strong aspect of it. This is something which is highlighted, and it reverberates again and again.
But do you think that it was actually maybe dinosaurs that evolved into this slightly advanced race?
Again, the reptilian part of it, crocodiles also are, again, we have a thing with crocodiles, whether it's, Vishnu saving the elephant from the crocodile, or even, there are different tales about crocodiles which keep propping up here and there. Now, it could be just one of, stories, but it could also be saying a story about something else. Now, crocodiles, again, scientifically looking at it, it's one of the older beings.
It's the only dinosaur that still exists.
Put it straight. So, again, if you're looking at it that way, so.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. This is where they get to talk about the crocodiles and trying to understand the animals. And they don't understand the science. And it's sad because you can look at them and see they're original people too. But that goes to show you how deep the science of Wallace Farad Muhammad was, that a lot of his followers don't even understand it. They get mad and say, I don't follow him. I'm following Allah the Father. I'm following Ansar Muhammad. I'm following Farrakhan. I'm following. Bro, the teachings come straight from the source. So let's go back to Punjabi, please. Does Khair mean lion? Khair is also sometimes translated as lioness. Not because this meaning is etymologically derived from the name, but as a parallel to the Sikh male name Singh, which means lion. Khair is recognized as princess or spiritual princess. She's the lioness. Check this out. Lioness. Yeah. This is, come on, bro. Rasulullah. The historical and present distribution of the lion in Africa, Asia, and Europe. Bro, the lion tribe, you know where that's at. That's in Africa, predominantly. But I put that up there to show y'all it's in the Middle East as well, and South Asia. Don't get too happy. The coalescence of the various tribes, castes, and the inhabitants of the Punjab region into a broader common Punjabi identity initiated from the onset of the 18th century CE. Historically, the Punjabi people were a heterogeneous group and were subdivided into a number of clans called Baradari, literally meaning brotherhood or tribes, with each person bound to a clan. With the passage of time, tribal structures became replaced with a more cohesive and holistic society as community building and group cohesiveness from the new pillars of Punjabi society. We need our tribes back, y'all. We need our brotherhood back. That's what we're missing. They want y'all to LA think gang banging, and everybody beat each other up and kill each other. They don't want y'all to see this side of LA.
Born in their own native land and don't got nothing coming to them. You born in debt. They call it money. You born in debt. You need money to get, you get what I'm saying? You're not born in a world where, okay, you got land, this and that and other, but no one could even imagine it now, but once upon a time everybody was rich. Right. Everybody was born into a nation. Now you got motherfuckers born in their own native land.
Oh my God,